In this episode we do some tractor repairs. Did we buy a lemon?
So this is the tractor that we bought. The guy who bought it off is a really nice guy. He said there's a guard in front of the radiator that gets dusty, so if it's overheats you're going to think I've sold you a lemon, but it's not a lemon. You just need to clean the guard. I took the guard off and there was nothing blocking the guard, but as you can see the radiator fins are a little damaged in a couple of places, but mainly it's just full of dirt. So I'm pretty sure that's the reason it wasn't cooling properly. It wouldn't immediately overheat. It would get to the point after about an hour's worth of work that it would get near the 3/4 hot and it would still be climbing. So before I try and find a new radiator, I'm gonna see if I can clean this out. I've tried with compressed air, it sort of works. It loosens it up a bit, doesn't really get it out. Just got this over the sink so I can see what is coming out. Just done this small section here and you can see it was like this. It still looks like it's blocked though, to be fair, so probably going to spend a bit of time doing this.
That's after you've finished drinking your tea then, I
Done a
think.
bit of research, can't use pressure washer on it apparently, although you can if you're stood back a bit, so if this fails then
I suppose if this fails, it doesn't really matter anyway, because
well,
it's that or buy a new one anyway.
Yeah, it's just getting one that's the same. We'll see. So if I look at the bit that I was doing, turn the tap on. Actually, what it might be easier to do is to do it here and see what's coming out. There is a lot of stuff coming out. The water goes brown, so
You can see it through.
I've got a brush. I tried that. I think that's alright if I work this along here. Like, look how much. I mean, the water can get through. If water can get through, the air can get through. At least you can actually see some stuff coming out. There's still stuff coming out, isn't there? You can see where that's there, it's blocked, though, you can see.
See where the fins are blocked too, so it changes the direction of the water as well.
So they've been bent over. Like here.
Oh, yeah, like that one.
Almost through there.
Jug of water's not cold, isn't it?
Yeah. Almost through there.
It's dented on this side as well, isn't it?
They're very easy to dent, but I mean, someone's gone and been about half with it at some point.
Oh, look at the water.
If we empty that.
It empties itself, I think. It hasn't got a plug in,
No, I put
has
the
it?
plug in.
Oh, did you? Oh wow, there's still a load of dirt in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think the core's like a honeycomb.
That was definitely the cause of it, I
I
reckon.
think so, yeah. I reckon so.
Whilst Andy continues to rinse the dirt out of the radio fins, let's have a quick look at how the veggie patch is progressing.
Unfortunately, the noise of Andy cleaning out the radiator drowned out the sound on this video. So unfortunately, you're going to have to put up with my voiceover.
I have a lot of veggie boxes in place, however they don't all have plants in them. It's a work in progress at the moment, and our plans are to build a fenced area with netting roof to keep the critters out as much as possible. Sadly, you can't keep them all out, and you probably wouldn't want to, as they do have some benefits. This bok choy is doing really well and is growing really quickly, despite the caterpillars eating the outer leaves. Unfortunately, the net hasn't stopped the cabbage moth laying eggs. They seem to sit on the net and drop onto the plants. In hindsight, I should have built a frame for the netting, but it doesn't matter. I just pick off the caterpillar and toss them out for the birds to eat. The neighbouring wombok is also doing really well, but it too has caterpillar problems. I've also planted beans along the edge of the bed and plan to build an arch for them to grow over. We have rocket in this bed, and amazingly this is actually caterpillar free and doing well. But in the next bed we have kale, and for some reason or another it's doing really badly, and I have no idea why. All these plants were the same size when I bought them, and I've planted them on the same day. I do know one thing, Andy is pleased, because he hates kale. But I really like it, and so does Maggie, so we're growing it. In this bed we have snow peas along the edge and cos lettuce, which is also doing well and caterpillar free at the moment, and along the back is celery. If we keep moving along, in this bed we have another row of celery and spinach.
We've had a lot of other projects going on with the setup of the farm, so I haven't had a lot of time to really build the veggie patch to its full potential. Ish, I think we'll be more focusing on getting the beds in and testing what plants work with which seasons, especially during winter. I think the second and third years probably see if we can be self-sufficient in growing our own veg. Ultimately, the test of success is if we can grow food for the animals as well as the compost pile too. So I would really like to be able to grow a variety of veggies and even legumes like chickpeas and lentils and things like that, and pulses and grains if possible. I'm not sure whether they'll work within our weather zone here where we are, because it gets really cold at night in winter. So it'll be interesting to see if those things can grow, but it'd be really, really good if I could. And I'd like to be able to plant or grow in abundance, shall I say, comfrey and plants like that to help build the compost pile. So obviously then, in effect, when the compost bin is at its full potential, then obviously that's going to have a knock-on effect for the plants that goes in the veggie patch. So it's really important that I focus on the soil content first, really, more than anything than the plants, because they all go hand in hand. So that's my plan anyway. Whether I can do that in practice, it'll be a test to see. Yeah. Now back to Andy and his tractor repairs.
We spend a bit of time washing out the dirt collected in the radiator before giving it a quick blow dry.
Right, let's put it back together.
that life on the farm isn't all about repairs and gardening. Sometimes there's this. I'm not sure if you can see this, but we've just had a little baby lamb. You probably can hear him bleating. It's so exciting. We're not quite sure whether she's going to have another one, because sometimes they have two. Sorry about this bit bumpy video. It's just that I can't get close, and I have to use the Sony camera to video this. But we are very excited, proud parents of baby little lamb. And if you can spot it, it's black and white, which is strange because all the sheep that she was with, as far as we could see, were white when we bought them, so there must have been a black one somewhere in the pack that we didn't know about. Anyway, very exciting, very cute. Now, it's meant to be 3 of them that are pregnant, so hopefully we'll have many more little lammies. But Mummy's very protective, so it's nice, which is good. And the others aren't quite so sure what to make of her. They're a little bit frightened of it, which is quite funny. Anyway, I'll leave them to it to have a little bit of rest.
Until next time.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share.